So we've got the scatter plot. Again, it's not an R value of 1. So it's not R equals -1, actually, because it's going down. But it's something closer to 1, right? It's pretty tight to that line. So if I had to guess, it'd maybe be like -0.8, -0.7, something that's pretty far away from 0, because again, 0 is when it's all crazy madness there. So as you can see, if there's 24 people in the class, they're seeing what's your grade based on how many classes you missed. So homie that missed 28 sections did not do so hot in the class, but the people that were at 1 class missed, maybe 0 classes missed, tended to perform better, right? So if we can interpret that, if we can gather that data, and then as you can see, as you miss more classes, your grade's probably more likely to go down. And so that gives you this line of best fit right here, which is pretty nice. And again, just a friendly reminder from last lesson, the fact that this is the slope right there, and this is the y-intercept, whatever is after that x, because again, this is in that y equals mx plus b form, that slope intercept form. And you can see it's hitting at 85. So if this is the y-axis, again, it's hitting right there at around 85, 85.7 to be exact. And so just good to notice that that's the y-intercept. Now, it says, what is the predicted final grade for a student who does not miss any class? Okay, so if missing class is the x value and it's not missing any, that is telling you that x is equal to 0. Okay, and so if we're trying to predict the final grade is the y value. So the way we figured that out is we need to plug in 0 for the x value right there. I don't have a lot of room, so I'm not going to leave that as a skeleton step. I usually do if I have enough room. But again, we're going to put a 0 in right there. Using PEMDAS to simplify, 0 times the -2.1911 gives you 0. So we're just left with 85.713. Now, it would be a bummer if you just said 85.713 and you had no idea what that's saying. That is saying that is their final grade. So again, their grade, if you had to interpret it, the final grade is projected to be 85%. Okay, so probably a B in the class. Now, so again, it says, what is the predicted final grade for a student who misses 4 class sections? The only thing that should be changing here is we had 0 classes missed. Now we have 4 classes missed. The only thing that should be changing is that purple 0 should now be a purple 4. I highly recommend having a good calculator handy with you so you can do these quickly. Doing this on your phone or not a great calculator is pretty stressful. I was trying to do it earlier this week and I had to do it on my phone and it was just super annoying, if I'm being honest. So this becomes -8.7644. And I'm going to add that on to my 85. And as you can see, since that was that negative there, it's actually going to drop my score, my 85%, to on average a student of 76.9486. It doesn't tell us how to round, so I'm just taking that to all the decimal places. So their final grade would be that percentage of the class. The reason I hesitated there for a second is this is like, the green is me interpreting it as 85%. So I didn't move, convert it to a percentage. Hopefully that's not confusing anybody. This is just like my sentence saying that they probably got 85% in the class. Hopefully that didn't confuse anybody there. So it says, for an increase in 1 class section missed, what is the predicted decrease in the student's final grade? So you could count, you could look at the graph. It goes by 5, so it's kind of hard to see. Like from 0 to 5, it was at 85, and then it was down to maybe, I don't know, 74. So that's not a great way to do it. But what does tell you the decrease each time is our slope. Okay, so the slope is going to tell you how much it's decreasing at a time. So for every one class missed, the predicted decrease in that final grade is negative 2.1911 points or percentage points, however you want to call it. And again, we stole that from the slope.